I'm here. I hope you are. Let's see. I need to finagle this a little bit. Um, there. There. Living in the moments here. Hi. I don't know your real name. Could you type it maybe? Um, and Leedy's here. Hi, Leedy. I saw your video about doing your flip-flops in your dishwasher. I'm a little bit too OCD to do that. I don't know, something about wearing something on my feet and washing it in the same place I wash my dishes. Just, I don't know. And Pam's here. Hi, Pam. Oh, you're gonna hit us both. Okay. Oh, double dipping. Okay, that's more than fine. Um, so I'm glad everybody's here. That's cool. Um, I had kind of a boring day. I went to Walmart. So that was it. Waiting on number 2 shot. And I don't, you know what? Oh, Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Good. It's nice to finally know your name. Thank you. If anybody, oh, kind of forgot how to do that, but if anybody wants to come into the chat, I can send a link and you can come in and be live instead of me being just a talking head tonight. And I apologize. Oh, you do it before? Oh, good. Okay, so you clean them before you clean your flip-flops before you clean your dishwasher. So, yeah, that's good. Well, it was about 70 here, and yesterday, I think it was yesterday, it was kind of windy for the past few, I can't talk very well if I'm trying to it was kind of windy for the past 2 days, which I really don't like. And what happens is it really affects my sleep if it's windy in the middle of the night because I'm not a very heavy sleeper, and it was the night before last. I was not getting good sleep, and I woke up several times. And the last time I looked at the clock, it was like 4 a.m. And so, anyway. But, and then I just had a really, yeah. So, but life is kind of like, it's slowly getting back to normal, and I kind of had this YouTube slump where I thought, oh, what am I doing? And I think some of you probably already watched the video where I was just talking about hi, bud. Good to see you here. I was just kind of talking about, making videos and how I was bored at home, and I'm still bored at home. But I got, most of you know, I got COVID shot number 1 on February 26th, and I get number 2 on the 30th. And then there's a 2-week waiting period, but I'm not going to wait 2 weeks until I travel again. I think I'm going to try to shoot for the 1st of April to kind of tool around in my RV. So, and I have to get Luna, a haircut. She's very, I don't know, it's like people hair. It's like you have your hair and then all of a sudden you think, oh, I can't stand it anymore. It's just too long. I got to do something with it. And Luna's kind of like that. And so she's very furry right now. And she doesn't like me to comb her out anyway, but I have to kind of keep on top of it, so I comb her. Let's see if she'll let you. She's like snoozing in my lap. There she is. There she is. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, the good girl. Oh my gosh. You want a carrot? You want a carrot? And a carrot? She likes carrots, but she's very spoiled. I have to cut up the baby carrots for her because she doesn't like them if they're too big. So, anyway. But that's just kind of what's happening in my life. I didn't have any well, yes, I did. That's not true. I did have a reaction from the first shot. I got the shot like about 9:30 in the morning. And by that evening, my arm hurt so bad. It hurt so bad that when I went to bed at night, I couldn't lie on that side. And then Luna, no big secret, sleeps in my bed with me. And sometimes she likes to like snuggle up and press up against me. She pressed up against my arm, and oh my gosh, I thought, I yelped. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? But it went away within 24 hours, and now I just have an ugly scab. I don't like scabby things on my arm, and it's so ironic because when I got the shot, I swear, it didn't hurt at all. Hi, Rebecca. How are you this evening? Wow. I can't believe that you all didn't just give me up because I don't know, like I was saying, I just had this thing about being I don't know, making videos and doing things on YouTube, and I just kind of like I posted that I was going to have a live stream, and then I thought, no, I don't really want to do that. I just, what am I going to say? What am I going to talk about? It's going to be boring. Oh, wow. No, Vicky, here's what Luna likes to do. Luna gets into my bed, and it's like, it'll be like late, and I'll be in the computer room, and I'll say, let's go to bed. And then she jumps into the bed, and I'm in the bathroom, which is next. I have a bathroom next to my bedroom too. And I'll brush my teeth, and I'll, wash my face and put on, the different creams and things like that. Try to hold on to my youth, which isn't working very well. But anyway, then her spot, she likes to sit on the pillow right next to me. And it wouldn't be so bad if she would face me, but she likes to put her rear end toward me. And so, yeah, that's just what she does. And then sometimes she gets, I don't know what it is. I don't know if she's picking up a vibe from me or she just wants me to cuddle her. She will come, I sleep on the right side of the bed, and she will come on the right side of the bed, and she will there's hardly any room, and I have to move over, and she'll just squeeze right in there and just want me to pet her. So, but it's fine. She's a good girl. Peter. Australia. Wow. The weather must be nice there. Okay. Okay, Leedy, have a good dinner. I nicked a TV dinner for dinner tonight. That wasn't very exciting. And here's Linda. Hi, Linda. How are you doing this evening? Wow, cool. And so that's my story about Luna. I decided I'm not going to worry about YouTube so much. Maybe a little bit. Vicki, if you're still here, I noticed that your channel has taken a big leap. I'm jealous. It was like, I think it was March 5th or 6th, and you just got tons of subs all at once. And usually that's when you make a video and people are watching, but I don't know. So thank you, Peter, for saying that. But in all honesty, I started my channel and okay, here's a little sneak peek for everybody. I just finished, I just have to record a little audio blurb to the front of it, but I just completed a video and it was kind of very cathartic for me. Wow. My Social Security video didn't do that. That's great. Congratulations. But one of my secrets, it's not a secret, but I'm an amateur photographer, and I really used to do a lot of work in photography. And I have I don't know, over 4,000 pictures that I've uploaded to, it's a site called Flickr, Flickr. And I just went through, and I think sometimes that you want to see where you've been and the things that kind of stood out to you. And emotions are very important to me, what I'm feeling when I'm photographing something. I know that's just like an instant in time. And so anyway, to make a long story shorter, I took 50 videos out of my collection and I made a kind of like a stream. And I'm going to upload it probably, within the next couple days. And those are the photographs that I feel as an amateur are my very best photographs. So, okay, I'm looking back and forth. It's a fun hobby. Well, that's good, Linda. You know what? And that's what I finally had to realize. It's like, do it for entertainment. I'm certainly not doing it for notoriety, and definitely not for money. So, I'm just gonna relax and do what I do, and people watch, and people don't watch. So, it is good to take a step back. because I was like spending hours and hours and hours, and I'm a bit of a, so I'm going to take a drink of wine. You know what? I put in my little blurb. This is like Thursday, so please don't judge me. I like red wine without ice, but white wine, I don't know why. It's a habit, maybe a bad habit, but I put ice in it. But and I'm a perfectionist. I literally spend hours on editing. And I, there's lots of talking heads on YouTube that will tell you how to grow your channel and what to do and et cetera, et cetera. And that's all well and good. But I think that, especially during this lockdown, I had to have something to occupy my time. I'm at that age where it's not super safe for me to go out and here in southern New Mexico we had some pretty scary numbers because we were so close to El Paso, Texas. And I'm going to finish what I'm going to saying, and then I'm going to address what you said, Vicki. So I hate the word nomad, but I love to travel, and I love to go places, and I love to do and see new things. And after all this happened, I just felt tied down, and it's really hard for me to stay at home because at first you do things around your house. You clean your house, you clean out drawers, you clean out closets. Sorry, my garage is still on the list, even though I did straighten it the other day. So yeah. And what was happening to me is that I felt like I was existing and not living. The days just ran in each other. I'd get up, I'd make coffee, I'd get on the computer, and I was spending way too much time on the computer. So, and that's something I'm trying to get away from too. So anyway. Well, you know what, Peter? This is kind of a realization that I've come to. I'm not going to post anything unless I have something to say. And for a while, I was like, I paid for the lowest cost subscription to TubeBuddy. And when I look at my statistics, it's like, oh, geez, your video views are down, this is down, that's down, and it's like, in a way, I kind of wish that I hadn't subscribed to TubeBuddy, but yeah, it's just disheartening, and you can get depressed about it. Linda, when did you have your surgery? Because I remember you saying that. Reverse shoulder replacement. Wow. Speaking of accidents, in my little video that I'm going to upload in a day or two, I did include a picture of, oh my gosh, when I broke my right wrist for the second time. Little embarrassing. I shouldn't be embarrassed, but it was embarrassing. I was at a tea dance in El Paso, and I was ballroom dancing with someone I had never danced with before. And men are kind of, some men, when you're dancing with them, can be kind of live cannons. Anyway, the floor was concrete. He spun me. He didn't keep me in his frame, and he flung me out. I bumped into a table. I lost my balance and I hit the floor. And of course, you know, your arm shoots out to when you fall. And oh my gosh, it was. They couldn't set my arm. It was too fractured or too whatever. So I had to have surgery. So they kind of like just put a temporary cast on it, sent me home, scheduled surgery, and back at, I don't know, however many years ago it was, at least it's more than 10. And I had to have an external fixator. Well, to do that, there's like a bar and they drill holes into your arm to set the bone. It looks pretty barbaric. It was pretty barbaric. So okay, enough about that. So Lynn is still doing physical therapy. Yeah, I did a lot of physical therapy before they knew what was wrong with me with my hips. So yeah, well, that's good. Actually, Peter, I live in southern New Mexico, about 35 miles from El Paso, Texas, and we had a pretty mild winter, so it wasn't bad. I think the whole winter it maybe snowed twice, and it's the kind of snow that it doesn't stay long. It's gone the next day, so yeah. So I don't know if Bud's leaving. If you're leaving, Bud, bye. Thanks for coming. So if anybody wants to come into the chat, I have to look and see what to do. But you're more than welcome to come and share the screen and be a talking head, because 2 talking heads are better than 1. So. Anyway, so I guess the bottom line is what I'm trying to say is that this has all been kind of really hard for me, and I feel guilty saying that because it's been so much harder for so many other people. People that got sick, people that lost their lives, people that knew several family members that lost their lives. So I'm somewhat fortunate. So just trying to bide my time, and spring's coming and traveling will happen again, so that's a good thing. And if I'm looking, Vicky, live stream's pretty easy if you use StreamYard. The only thing of using StreamYard is that you can't, well, not can't, but no, you can't. You can't use Firefox as your browser. And I have to stream on Google Chrome. But you don't have to have, YouTube usually makes you have 1,000 subscribers, and you don't have to do that if you use StreamYard. So I love White Sands. Yeah. Actually, I included some photos of White Sands. I used to go back in the day. It was really fun. I would go on these full moon hikes, and there was like a, I think, yeah, meetup. It was called meetup, and hikers would get together, and we'd all bring potluck dinners and little grills, and we'd cook a meal beforehand and sit around and talk, and then when the moon came up, we'd start hiking, and it was so beautiful and so much fun. Yes, I do believe you can. Do not quote me, Vicky, but I do believe you can stream from your phone. Hi, how are you? Thanks for coming. Wow, it's like fun. I didn't know that many people would come. That was nice. That's nice. And Chris is here. Hi, Chris. How are you this evening? Okay, lunch and Las Cruces. Well, okay, no big secret. Hope nobody stalks me, but I live in Las Cruces. Where did you have lunch in Las Cruces? Do you remember? You know what? In over a year, the only places I've been out to eat in Las Cruces, I got 2 carry-out sandwiches from Sprouts Farmers Market. Whoopee. I haven't been out to eat. And you know what? Inside dining is still closed. And the mayor of Las Cruces is pressuring, I guess you would say, the governor of New Mexico to open it up again. So we'll see what happens. Well, let's go to restaurants. My favorite Mexican is El Sombrero. So yeah, fun. But we're not the culinary mecca. It's like if you want to eat Tex-Mex or Mexican, you're good. If you want something on the higher end, not so much. So anyway. Well, I have a problem of lockdown. It's like I set my alarm every day for 7 o'clock. And I have the Echo Dot wake me up and tell me what time it is, tell me what the weather's going to be, and I listen to the first podcast from NPR, National Public Radio, and that takes about a half an hour. Well, the problem is that as I'm listening to the podcast, I fall back asleep. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, today I didn't get up until it was like after 8, and we're going to have daylight savings time where we're going to spring ahead. I'm just shuffling in my chair. We're going to spring ahead on Sunday, so that means we're going to lose an hour, which I actually hate a lot. So I need to make myself get up earlier. Wow. Well, those were the old days. Going to Juarez. Sadly, I have friends, really good friends in El Paso that still will go to Juarez, but not on a bet. It's just, it's just too dicey. And then several years ago, it was really sad. This I wasn't in any danger, but the women that worked in little towns in Mexico, and they would go into Juarez to work in the factories, or what's called, I think in Spanish, the maquiladoras. They were being kidnapped on their way home. And they would they'd work a really late shift, and then they would go home on these buses really late at night to these remote locations, and they were kidnapped and violated, and they found them later. And there have been books and movies about it, and they call it the Women of Juarez, and it was just really sad. And they've never found out exactly who was behind it or why it happened, but yeah, it was really tragic. I love Mexico. You guys are lucky ducks, though. You know, I think, Pam, if I had it to do, I don't know what I might. No, I wouldn't. I was going to say I might sell my house and just move to Mexico if I had a townhome there, or a condo. But um, no, I just go in my RV. It's fine. And it's really funny. I can't remember. Oh, yes, I did. Oh, wait. I want to say it's, no, Prima Primavera. No, that's not. That sounds like a dish to eat. Anyway, there's some condo place there, and I'm telling things that I probably shouldn't tell in a chat, but one of my favorite things is to go to Playa Bonita Park, and they're not having it now because of the pandemic, but every Wednesday they would have shooter bingo, and you would play 7 games, $1 a game, or maybe it was 6, I don't know. And after the game, they would call a shooter number. Well, your likelihood to get a shooter number after playing a game of bingo is pretty high. And then they weren't standard shots. They were more like, the little medicine cup. But it was just a lot of fun. And so I used to love to go. And then a couple times I actually won the great big, I guess it's called the blackout. One time I won like $200, which was fun. And the lady who does it, she lives at Playa Bonita RV Park. And they kind of have a trailer that they kind of customized and built walls around and made into some kind of a home. And she's pretty crazy. She's just a lot of fun. She wears like crazy hats when she's doing the bingo, and people get pretty rowdy, and it's just fun. I know. Yeah, it I don't think to this day they know what happened. So, and then here's Vicky saying, Vicky said, "You're not much on traveling. I put down roots. I stay put." Oh my. No, nothing's wrong with that. That's good. But I here's what I think is perfect, at least perfect for me. I like having my townhome in Las Cruces. Um, it's nice. It's relatively nice. I live in a fairly nice neighborhood. I have nice neighbors. But I have an older but well-maintained Lazy Days RV, and I like traveling in it. And not recently, but a couple years ago, for the last 2 or 3 years, I would go to Mexico for the winter. I'd go to Puerto Penasco. I'd stay like 3 months on the beach, and it was great. So I think that's about, for me, that's the best life. Being able to travel and then having a safe place to come home to. And it's security for me. And I'm trying to keep up with everybody. Hi, next page, PJ. Well, thank you very much. Actually, those are things that I just, I don't know if I should say this, but I guess here it goes. I was married at 20 and I was divorced at 23, and I never remarried. And I knew that when I retired, I was going to have to depend on myself. So I built a life around that, and I made sure that I was comfortable. And I am comfortable, and I'm very thankful. Okay, let me see here. Let's see. Oh no, no. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. That must have been hard. I came from a very large family. I have I have 5 brothers and a sister, and we never went anywhere. Our once a year big trip was to go to see my grandma in Hazard, Kentucky, and that's about it. So yeah, I love to travel and I love to go places. Okay, I'm trying to keep up. Well, that's good. Um, oh, thank you. That's nice. It's always nice when you hear from someone and they give you some positive feedback. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you so very much. No, we didn't move. No, we didn't move anywhere. Um, I lived in the house I grew up in until I was, gosh, I graduated from college and I was in my early 20s, much to the disdain of my mother. My mother did not want me to move. Don't know why, but she didn't. So I got married, moved briefly back home, moved out again. Mom wasn't happy with that. So, Vicki, everybody says that, but no, it's not. But I'll tell you what, it is in the hills, Kentucky, and it's up a holler. So, yeah, it's like coal mining country, and very poor, and very rural, and very isolated. And but I used to love going there as a kid. My uncle, who's gone, of course, now, had a general store. My mother's maiden name was Begley, and he had Alex Begley Grocery. And I remember when we would go there in the summertime, so much fun because we'd play in the creek during the day, and every Saturday night he would have a room with the old-time projector that you threaded, and he'd show movies every Saturday night in this room beside his general store. And people would go into the store and they'd buy snacks, and they'd watch the movie on Saturday night. And it was just, I don't know, just fun. Okay, wait. Oops, sorry. Bye, Pam. Good night. You're going to bed early? Okay. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. It was fun. Yeah. Even though we came from a large family, I had some good times as a child. The only shadow that happened is that my father got ill and lived for about 5 years and passed away when I was 12. And it was a little bit difficult after that, financially and emotionally, because my mother, she was on her own. She had 7 kids. And but we all turned out okay. At least I think we did. So, yeah. So anyway, I have a question for ever who's here left. Now, I understand some people, I think Linda's already said that she doesn't want the vaccine, and that's fine. I respect your personal wishes, but has anyone here, because the reason I'm asking this is because most of my friends that I'm in contact with and my family have all been able to get the first dose. So I'm just curious about if you got the vaccine. If you want to tell me. You don't have to. Just a question. Linda, I'm going to... I'm trying to think of how to say this tactfully. I like Blind Views. He is one of the kindest people that I know, because when I did not know what was wrong with me and I was having hip issues, and then I found out I was going to have both hips replaced, he actually contacted somebody who had like she has a prayer meeting or something online, Zoom or something every morning, and he actually contacted her, and he'll tell you straight up he's not a believer, but he was concerned about me. And so, but in his live streams, it's not him per se, but sometimes there's some negativity, in terms of politics. So I try to stay in my own lane, and so I just kind of dropped off from that. There are a lot of people that come to his live streams that I do like, but the other thing that bothers me, and it's not a okay, like sometimes he'll have something to drink and then he'll have a burp and then people will like rate the burp. And if that happened like once in the whole live stream, it'd be okay. But it happens like several times, and I don't know, just I don't know. I don't know. But I like him, and I think he's a great guy. And yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, vaccine. Vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. You know what? I love what Dolly Parton said about the vaccine. She said, I'm old enough to get it, and I'm smart enough to get it. So, call me Dolly. It is a personal choice, and I do respect what people do. And actually, before all of this happened, I've never gotten a flu shot in my entire life because I knew somebody that had a bad reaction, and I thought, too dicey for me, and so yeah, but I can't stand the isolation here at home anymore. I can't stand the aloneness, and I can't stand the isolation, and I need to do things. Okay, let's see. Chris, ×2. Did you get Pfizer or Moderna? I got Moderna, and I'm a little bit nervous about having a reaction for a weird reason, because some people say they get chills. And I'm a tooth grinder. I'm a grinder. I have a night guard. And I thought, oh my God, if I get chills, and what if I gnash my teeth, and what if I do something to my teeth? I guess I'll just put in my night guard. Wow, good. I didn't know that people weren't getting it in Canada yet. It was worth the risk. And actually, to be quite honest with you, I had a little help because right now they're not vaccinating people until if you don't have underlying conditions and you're not over 75. I am not over 75. Don't anyone dare say that. No, I'm just kidding. No, I was lucky. I had a medical professional help me, and yeah, so I'm good. The burps have ended. Oh, well then I might come back. Oh, thank you so much for coming. You have a good night too, okay? And hope to see you again. All right? I'm going to try to do this every week again. Good, right? I knew. Moderna, that's what I got. I got the Moderna. I got the Moderna. My arm really hurt, and it's been up. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks. I still have an ugly scab on my arm. It's ugly. Well, I know the J&J is available in New Mexico because the RV storage lot where I store my RV, I went to pay my bill, and I always go check on my RV. And the manager, oh my gosh, she actually did get COVID and is recovering, and she's recovered. But she said that she was getting the J&J vaccine. So apparently it's here. Wow, that's good. I haven't seen 60 for a long time. Oh, so anyway. I like to come and chat. It's like what I wish that you all would do if you have a computer, though. Come into the chat with me next time. It's like, don't you get bored when I just talk to myself? I try to I try to look back and forth and see what everybody's posting. But yeah, it'd be fun. Be fun to get another view. Well, the bottom line about me and the vaccine is that I think I've already said it, but I'll say it again, just to make sure that there are no that no one misconstrues what I say. I've said this before. I was on lockdown before lockdown because I had a hip replacement at the end of September in 2019, and then I had one at the end of December in 2019. And then in March came the lockdown 3 months later. So I was still kind of recovering from my hip replacements and was pretty tired of staying at home. And then the lockdown came and I had to stay at home even more. So I'm not a stay-at-home person. You know, in my normal life, I would go out every day somewhere. I mean, I didn't go out specifically to buy things. I didn't spend money. Excuse me, but I might have gone to a thrift store and looked around, or I might have gone to a, window shopping. I might have, I might have gone to the gym. I have a gym membership through Silver Sneakers, and I might have gone to the gym and walked on the treadmill, and there's a really nice pool too that I would go to with a hot tub. I've been at home for over a year. I'm tired of being home. I'm bored. So anyway, and people don't totally get that if they have, if they have a spouse or if they have if they have grandkids that they've been able to see safely during the pandemic. But when you're all alone and it's like, yeah, you have your dog, and I love my dog, but she usually doesn't talk back to me when I talk to her. So, yeah. It's okay. It'll be better. I'm still going to be careful. I'm not going to, when I travel, I'm not going to go like out to eat a lot. I'm not going to go to bars and, things like that. I am a member of the Elks and Moose Club, which is kind of nice because they have, a lot of times they have food service, and of course they have a bar, and a lot of times they have like a bar outdoors on like a patio. So that's kind of fun. Um, I should make a video about that sometime. Maybe I will. But I really liked being a member of the Elks and Moose because when I travel alone and then I come to an Elks or Moose that has RV facilities that I can stay all night, they're always very welcoming, and I never feel alone. It's just, it's kind of nice. People always, they chat you up, they ask you where you're from. It's fun. Wow. Well, here's the problem, Linda. At least, okay, for me, here's the problem. The problem is that I'm at that certain mature age. Mature meaning old, that if you contract COVID-19, you don't know how your body is going to handle it and you don't know what's going to happen. And you might be fine and you may not be fine. So that's a chance that I didn't want to take. And you already know this. People already know this, and I've said it. But I lost my oldest brother. He was already sick. He had an underlying condition. He would not probably have lived more than a year, but he contracted COVID-19 and 2 weeks later was gone. So those are the things that affected my decision. I just, you're healthy until you're not. So, yeah, I just don't want to, I just don't want to, I don't want to take that chance. And I want to be as safe as I can. And I want to get back to living my best life. So, see, girl, you're lucky if you live near the water. So, I don't know. Okay. I've been a talking head tonight for almost an hour. And so some people have come, some people have left, but here's what I wanted to say. I wanted to say that thanks, guys, for coming. Because sometimes, I get really lonely and this helps. So I appreciate that. Um, and gee, I just appreciate the interest that you would come and share and talk, and let's do it again. Next week I'm having red probably. Oh, that's another thing. Okay, I'm just a babbler. That's another thing I've noticed from the anxiety of lockdown. I kind of had some like stomach issues, but it's stress, so I'm fine. So things are getting better, and life is getting better, and hopefully, you know, um, COVID-19 will be a thing of the past. We'll know how to, people will know how to treat it better if you're unfortunate enough to contract it, or some people will, opt for getting the vaccine. And I'm sure in the future there will be other vaccines that will come out. And even though this is I don't know what they call this, it's an emergency vaccine. It's not like a regular vaccine. I'm sure that'll come out in the future too. So anyway, you all stay safe and be well. Take care of yourself. Take care of the people you love. And I'll see you next week. Okay? Bye for now.